What's going on, guys? The Iron Jesse here, and welcome back to my new LEGO Marvel 2025 set review. And today I'm reviewing the Iron Man Mark IV bus. This is set 76327. It ages 18 plus, has 436 pieces in one minifigure. Once again, I also got this set at the North Point Mall's Lego store last month, and this set cost $60 here in North America and around the world for the lineup. So without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at that. So here is the Mark IV Iron Man suit, and finally Lego made this as an official minifigure. We've been waiting so long for Lego to make a Mark IV Iron Man minifigure, so here he is. Now, I still love the design for the figure since he is exclusive to this set, and this is the only set that you can get him. So they really know the torso printing for the suit itself. I love the arc reactor, the lining textures look pretty nice, and everything else on him looks pretty good. And he does use the Mark VI leg printing. Well, it's a bit accurate while I get they almost look similar to each other, but it's more gold for the detailing for the leggings itself, since I still don't remember that the armor doesn't have any like silver or dark gray knee pads for the suit itself, but it's supposed to be all gold and red instead of just gold, red, and silver. But I still wish they could like fix that up, but they almost had it. But at least it still looks pretty good. But I love the printing for the legs, and the toes look pretty good. The head printing looks good, and he does have the same helmet as the Mark VI, the Mark III, and also the Mark VII, which does work for him since it is supposed to be like that. But yeah, I did say the torso pretty looks good. I love the arc reactor detailing for the character himself. And he can open up the face mask to reveal Tony Stark's face printing with the projector screen for him, since that is the same headpiece that we've been getting since 2018 for the old Infinity War sets for the lineup itself. It's easy to close that back up to hear that little click. And spinning him around, this is what his back torso printing looks like. They really know the detailing for the printing for the back of the torso for the armor itself with the red and gold color scheme and even the different lining textures for him. And he does have that same double-sided face with that regular Tony Stark face print where he is smiling and there is no projector screen on him. So I'm so happy they finally made the Mark IV armor, but at least he still looks pretty good for the way he is. So that is it for the minifigure. Now let's take a look. Here is the Mark IV bus, and it's an okay looking build. So it's not like the best build that we've gotten from the lineup itself, but yeah, I just don't know about it since the helmet itself, it doesn't look like Iron Man at all because they still didn't nail the design for the face mask, but at least they still did like some pretty good jobs with like some of the gaps for like some parts of the bus itself. But I still have the nice look for the stand. We do get a printed plaque for it that says Lego Marvel Iron Man Mark IV. So that is a pretty nice piece, and it is printed, so we don't get any stickers in the set, just one printed piece, and that is the plaque itself. And there is a spot that you can display Iron Man on there, so you can put him on like this, and there you go. So that's just like a little spot to place him down if you want to. But also, there are two options that you can like build the stand in a different way, since I will show you guys that later on. So right now, we're going to take a look at the stand like this along with the bus, and then we're going to look at it again in a different way. So let's take a focus look at the bus. So I love the design for the arc reactor, and it would have been cool if they added like a lighter brick to make it glow, because that would have been awesome if they actually did that. But I love the nice look for the chest plate for the suit itself. It almost gives me like the Mark III vibes because of the way it turns out. And I love like those inner parts for the armor itself. We have like those like droid arms in light gray, and I love like the parts of it, which is a sick touch. So yeah, that does look pretty neat for the way it is. And we have the shoulder pads for the left to right shoulder, which is a pretty solid detail for the way it is. And we have the head itself, which is a weird and goofy looking design, since I'm still not a fan how they made the face mask for the build itself, because they still didn't make it look like the actual character, sadly. And you can't move the little plaque up and down if you want to, like if you want to display it like in a different angle, if you like put it on your shelf, your desk, or whatever you wanted to. Now take a look at the left side of the bust. So we have the left side of the head itself and the shoulder, which is a solid touch. And we have the other side. Actually, this is the right side is what I meant to say. So yeah, I love the right side of the head and the shoulder itself, and even the chest plate, which is a solid design. And we have like that different angles for the bust itself, which is neat for what it is. But now we're going to take a look at the left side. That is what I meant to say, since I always keep getting that mixed up by mistake, so I do apologize about that. So yeah, we have the left side of the belt with the exact same thing, and we have the different angle of the stand with the minifigure that is standing right there. It's spinning around to the back. This is what the back of the stand and the bust looks like, with the back of the top part of the torso and even the back of the head. So let me just show you a bit of that. So there we go. So that is what it looks like. So we have everything else with all those red pieces, and we have those like clip pieces that have like the shoulder missiles that we will get into later on. So yeah, at least it is pretty solid for the way it is. And also the head has articulations. You can move the head side to side like this. You can't move it up and down all the way, because that's just how the whole thing is. You can't just like move it side to side, and that is pretty much it. And if you want to, you can like adjust like that little mouth part right here, since it can move just a bit. But yeah, like I said, the head can move side to side, and that is just pretty much it. And also, here is how you can access like the shoulder missiles for the build. So I'm just gonna carefully do this, since I've only done it like a few times after I was done building the set. So you can open them up like this, and same thing for the left side. And you can move those tread pieces out like this if I adjust them correctly. And that is pretty much it. So here is the shoulder missiles that you get for the build itself. And yeah, that does look pretty cool for the way it is. I love how they know like the nice look for the shoulder missiles or shoulder launchers, whatever you want to call them. But yeah, that does look pretty good and solid for the way it is for the build itself. It's spinning it around. I'm going to show you guys how you can move those like little fin pieces for the back of the armor. So easy to do that. You can move them up like this, and that is pretty much it. So that is just a little piece of cake for the build itself. And yeah, it is pretty easy to do that for the shoulder launchers and even those little fin parts for the back of the bust itself, and easy to close them back up like this. And I'm going to show you guys how to like close them back up. So you got to carefully move those pieces down like this, nice and slowly, and same thing for the left side. And there you go. So that is just a piece of cake for the build itself. And yeah, that is all that you get right here. So now I'm going to show you guys how to like change up the stand. So let me show you guys how to like change the stand. So while you're building the set by using the instructions, it gives you two options how you like build it like this. So you can't just like build it like this along with a little spot for the minifigure, or you can have it all by itself, since if you guys don't want to display the minifigure along with the stand. So at least this is going to be a little easier trick, since I feel like I remember this while I was watching other people's reviews for this set. But let me just show you. But first, let me take the minifigure off the stand, since I'm planning on putting him on to, well, actually just attach him to one of my Hall of Armor displays. So easy to take this off. So you got to take off the plaque like this, and easy to take this piece off right here. And same thing with the other one, if I can get it. And there we go. And you can't do it like this. Well, I was planning on using a brick separator since I have it with me, but actually never mind. I just got it like that. And spin it around to the front like this, and you do get this piece and this piece too. So what you're gonna do is that this is gonna be a piece of cake. So you can attach it like this, and also you can attach this piece right here. And as for the little plaque, let me just move my iPad down like this. Easy to put it back on like this if I can get it with one hand. It is hard to do this while you're filming it. Actually, I need both hands to do it, so let me show you how to do it. Alright, this is going to be a little pain in the butt. Okay, there we go. Yeah, that's a better way to do it like this. And there you go. So, that is how you do it. So this is the second option for the build itself. So here's what the stand looks like when you upgrade it like this. So if you guys want to build the set like this, you can't do it on the other page. But if you want it to build like the one that I showed you earlier, you can't do that. So honestly, I am planning on leaving the set like this because I did say I am going to put the Mark IV minifigure into like the Hall of Armor display pod. So after I'm done reviewing this set. So let's take a look at it again with the updated look at the stand. So here it is. So it is in a different way. So here we have the entire front part of the build itself with the different look of the stand. Take a look at the right side. We have the different angle. Why not? I already show you the same areas for the bus itself, but we could look at it again, but with a different look at the stand itself. So we have the right side. Here is the left side. And there is the back. So yeah, that does look pretty nice and solid for the way it is. And also, if you guys don't want to display the bus along with the stand, here's an easier way. So you can, if I could carefully do this, so you can just like take it off like this, and there you go. That is just a piece of cake. So yeah, this is what the bus looks like without the stand being attached to it. So yeah, at least it looks pretty neat for the way it is. So yeah, I totally love how that turns out. So yeah, if you guys don't want the stand, you could just easily take it off. So yeah, we have the different angles for the build itself. So I want to show you guys that again, but without the stand. So here it is all the way to the back right here. And take a look at the stand all alone. Let me just set the bus away. So yeah, there we go. Take a look at the stand alone. Here it is by itself. So yeah, we have that solid design for the stand itself. So we have the front, left, right, and back. And that's just pretty much it. So yeah, that is a pretty solid little build and easy to attach it back on. You could just do it like that. So yeah, that is definitely a piece of cake. If you guys wanted to display it with the stand, you could easily put it back on like this. And yeah, that is just pretty much it. So you do get the minifigure, the stand, and the bus itself. And you do get like a couple of pieces to like change up the stand in a different way. But once again, I'm just going to leave it like this from now on. So yeah, that is just a little piece of cake that you can't swap out those three pieces. But if you want to put it back on, I would say you could use the instructions just in case if some of you guys may or may not remember how to do it. But still, at least this is a neat looking build for the way it is, and that is all that you get. So that is it for the entire set. Now let's move on to overall, this set is pretty okay, and I just don't know all about it. So there are some issues for it, which is the face mask itself, because it looks horrible. Just very horrible, and Lego still didn't nail it. And I'm not a fan with that ugly design for the face mask itself, for the helmet build for the bus itself, but it's just okay, and it's not that perfect. But at least I like some parts of the build, like the arc reactor, which is nice. But again, it would have been cool if they added a light up brick to complete the look, because that would have been awesome if they actually did it. But at least I love the detailing for the chest itself. And it still gives me Mark III vibes, because it sort of looks like the Mark III's chest plate that we've seen in the first Iron Man movie from 2008. And I love the nice design for like the left and right shoulder pads for the armor itself. And I love how you can access the shoulder pad, well, not shoulder pad, shoulder launchers or shoulder missiles, whatever you want to call them, for the suit itself, because it is easier to do it, but you gotta be easy with those tread pieces, because while I was building this set, they were easily popped off. Well, actually I didn't connect those pieces that pretty well, but at least I did it after I was done building the set. And I love how you can access like the fence at the back of the bus to recreate like some parts where he is flying into the air in the film itself. But yeah, at least it is pretty solid for what it is. But I love like the detailing for like the inner part of the bus itself to create that like parts of the armor that already happened in the film. And as for the stand, it is a solid build. So like I said, you can't build it in two different options. It's while you use the instructions to build the set, it shows you two ways to build it. So you can't build it like this, or you can't build the one that I showed you earlier. But this is the final time I'm gonna say this. I rather leave it like this because I am planning on putting the minifigure into like the one of the Hall of Armor displays because I've saved one more spot for the minifigure. And as for the minifigure, speaking of the Mark IV armor himself, I'm so happy that Lego finally made him as a minifigure. We finally have a Mark IV Iron Man minifigure. So I love the front and back torso printing, which is a pretty great look for the minifigure itself. But I wish they didn't like let him reuse the Mark VI leg printing, but they almost had it. Don't get me wrong, they almost had the look, but I still don't remember that the armor didn't have any like silver knee pads. But I wish they made it all red and gold like how it was in the Iron Man 2 movie, but at least they almost got it right. But at least the helmet is pretty nice, since it makes sense they use that helmet because it does supposed to look, well, actually it was supposed to look like that. And that is what I meant to say, since it is the same piece for the Mark III, the Mark VI, and the Mark VII. So yeah, at least it's still a perfect fit for it. But if you want to display the minifigure on that stand, you can like rebuild it and make it into the one that I showed you earlier. But I'm just gonna leave my minifigure into my Hall of Armor display since I'm planning on leaving the set like this. And again, if you don't want to display the set with the stand, you can easily take it off and put the stand like in your drawer or something like that, as long as it doesn't have to be broken. But still, at least this is an okay set, and it is pretty decent for the way it is. So I don't have anything else to say about it, but that is all I've gone so far right here. So that is it for now. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're new. Hit that notification bell, the C button. And don't forget to Hulk smash that comment section down below. And tell me in the comments what you guys think about this set for the lineup. I'll see you later.